Today we are making chocolate covered cherries in ice cube trays, no less. We're also making a little bit of what I call leftover chocolate with some of the nuts and candy pieces and things that we have left over. Join us, won't you? Welcome to another Mumsy video. Today we are going to do the last of our chocolate. We're just gonna kind of make it up as we go and see what happens. So I'm gonna try to make some in some ice trays. They make a nice shape for the chocolates, so we're gonna do that, and we're gonna sink some cherries in there. So for this one, ice cube trays. I have these little ice cube trays. I don't know. I could probably put some nuts inside the chocolate, or just make them milk chocolate with a little bit of candy on the top, or a few festive chocolate chips or something. Anyway, so we'll need those. Some cherries. The last of my chocolate. This is the milk chocolate. I don't tend to go for milk chocolate too much because I'm lactose intolerant, so these chocolates will be pretty, but there'll be no taste tests for me. Anyway, we'll use up whatever we have. I've also brought back the candy cane pieces. I've got some festive colored chocolate chips, and I've got the leftover nuts I have here, cashews, peanuts, almonds. So we've got all sorts of stuff, and we're just gonna start, as we always do, with melting the chocolate in the microwave. We're over at the microwave again, and I've transferred my milk chocolate, I don't know what these called, pellets, chunks, whatever, melts, into a microwavable bowl. I chose this bowl because it has a spout. Maybe it'll help with pouring, I'm not quite sure. Anyway, we're going to microwave on half power in 30-second intervals until we've got it melted. It usually takes 3 minutes, 2.5 minutes, but check a lot so that you don't burn your chocolate. The milk chocolate is now melted nice here. I think the first thing we're going to do is this cherry one. So we're going to use the bigger tray here. And I'm going to throw a few of these festive bits of chocolate so that they'll end up at the top of the chocolates in each, just for decoration. You know, they might melt a little when they're next to the milk chocolate. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Okay. And we're going to pour, well, you know what? Maybe spoon. 1 second. I don't know. I don't know about this. We just want a little bit in each first before we sink the cherry in. This could be messy. Behind putting just a little bit of chocolate in there first is to let it harden ever so slightly, so that when you put the cherry in, it doesn't sink right to what will be the top of the chocolate. So we're going to let that sit for just a little bit, not enough to make this harden all the way, but just a little bit. So we'll work on these ones next. there's no real rhyme or reason to these ones. I'm going to just put a few things in the center of them. I've got nuts, I've got chocolate chips, I've got a little bit of candy pieces. I think what I'm going to do first is just put a little bit of chocolate like these ones inside, and then throw what we want in the middle, and they'll kind of be a surprise when we eat them. I hope they don't, I hope they'll come out okay. Of these, a little over half, and these ones are starting to harden up a little bit. The reason I didn't fill the entire shot is because I don't know how much chocolate I have, so I want to make sure I have enough to cover the ones that I've got going. So we're going to just pop the centers into them. I'm going to put cherries in here. Hopefully they won't sink too far to the tops of these. And if you have bigger ice cube trays, you could probably put 2 cherries in each, or dump some nuts in there, or whatever you want. Even like Oreo cookie crumbles would be really good in there. There, and I've got like 4 cherries left. I wonder if I could fit them in the middle. They might be a little lopsided, but we'll make a surprise in a few of these. Okay, now for these ones, maybe I'll put a few almonds. We'll put a few cashews. Oh, cashews are a bit big for these little guys. Maybe some peanuts. Kitty! Oh, Kitty! Kitty's opened the cupboard and is thinking about going inside. That's no good. Does your cat photobomb your baking too? Get in the way? Yeah. Oh, she's thinking twice because I yelled at her. Maybe we'll put a few chips in there. I don't know. Let's see. I'm going to save that last row for candy pieces. I think some little candy pieces in some of the chocolates might be nice. Not too many, or else you'll have some teeth crunchers. And I don't know, I always tell my kids not to put too much sprinkles on all the cookies that they decorate because they'll become teeth crunchers. All right. So that looks kind of festive. Can you see that up close here? Look at that. Yum, hey? All right. So I came back. I chased the kitty away. She's downstairs scratching on her post, being disappointed with me because I wouldn't let her into the cupboard. So we're going to now take the rest of this chocolate and pour it over the tops of these. I don't know if it's better to spoon it. Maybe. Hopefully we'll have enough. these ones as is. I think they'll harden really nice, and then you can actually see what's in them, which is probably a better thing because a lot of people have preferences to if they like nuts or cherries or chocolate or candy pieces. I know my daughter doesn't particularly like mint, so she'll avoid the ones there now that she can see them. But these ones are nice and covered. And I think we're going to put them in the fridge for a little while to cool. And I'll come back and we'll see what we got. We've had the chocolates in the refrigerator for about 40 minutes. And you can see I popped a few out. You can see the little chocolate chips on the top. That gives it a little bit of a festive look. And I have been popping them out sort of just like ice cubes. They come out, see? This one split in half. Whoops. Well, you know. There's going to be some casualties along the way, I'm sure. Anyway, there we go. And then these ones, the same thing, although I found that the almond ones are the easiest to get out because we can kind of pull them out with with our fingers here. But those ones are super cute too. Little cashew one there. Ah, looks like a little moon in the chocolate. So there you go. And I believe that is the last of the chocolate. Tomorrow I think I'm going to take the rest of the nuts that we've had left over and roast them up, possibly with some honey and some chili. But as a little extra treat to throw in with the chocolates, but that's about it. Coming up, we're going to do a sewing project for a quick last-minute gift for a little girl or boy. So stay tuned for that. And as always, like, comment, subscribe. I don't really have a question for you to comment on today, but I'll put one up when I edit the video. Bye bye for now.